Yo guys, welcome to this new trading course. In the next videos, I'm gonna explain how I trade the London/New York continuation strategy. In this video, I will be focusing on the entry model and the rules I use. So for this course, it's gonna be very important that you take notes if you want to actually learn and implement this strategy. So this is gonna be like a very simple and mechanical trading strategy. It's gonna be based on the higher time frame, order flow, and directional bias. Entries are taken only on the 1 hour close, removing the need of monitor charts continuously. So I won't be going on the 50-minute chart or below, like only 1 hour and higher. The strategy is designed to eliminate emotional decision making and intraday overtrading. The most important skill is correctly identifying a clean bias and waiting for a higher time frame alignment and not finding entries. So for time zone and trading session, all times will be based on GMT plus 1, and active setups are searched from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. GMT plus 1. So this means that the earliest I enter on a trade will be 9 a.m. Third concept is market bias and trade direction. So if I want a bullish bias and I want to look for longs, then I want to see bullish order flow on the daily, the 4 hour and the 1 hour. So these are the only three time frames that I'm actively looking at. So let's say the daily and the 4 hour are bullish, then I will enter once the 1 hour turns bullish, and I always enter on the 1 hour close, and vice versa for the bearish scenario. Now let's go over the entry and risk to reward rules. Trades are only taken on the 1 hour close, like I said, when market structure shift confirmation aligns with the daily bias and the higher time frame, which is the 4 hour. So this means that all these three time frames will be aligned. Take profit will be at a relevant swing high or low, at a fair value gap or an order block. I'm always targeting for a 1.7 or a 2.2 R. Entry is strictly mechanical with no discretion outside the defined levels and conditions. For the stop loss placement, it's actually pretty easy. This will be placed below a relevant swing low, fair value gap, or an order block on the 1 hour chart. Another important point is that I always first, of course, define my entry level, so at the 1 hour close. Then I'm looking for a clean stop loss placement. And based off that, I'm looking for a take profit. So then I'm gonna look at the risk to reward tool, where I can find a clean PD array, like or a fair value gap or order block at a level where I can get 1.7 to 2.2 R. Now let's go over the trade management principles. Stop loss is trailed mechanically based on key structure levels. So for bullish trades, I'll be trailing below a fair value gap, swing low, or order block. The trade management begins once 1 hour has been reached, so I always have an alert on 1 hour. So once I reach that 1 hour, I will be looking for a level between minus 0.8 and minus 0.2 R. So then let's say there's a fair value gap at minus 0.5 R, then I'll be placing my stop loss right there. So no aggressive or discretionary micromanagement is allowed. Trade management is reactive to price structure and not predictive of targets. We also have a correlation and some pair dependency rules. This is actually the same as on the Asia sweep. So we have a correlated pair rule that applies for EU and GU. Since EU and GU are highly correlated, the same setup is never taken on both pairs. So I'll be looking for, let's say if we're looking for longs, then I'll be taking the trade on the most bullish pair. So I'll be checking all the time frames and I'll enter on the most bullish pair. Now let's go over the pairs that I trade. It's actually the exact same pairs as the Asia sweep. So I'm trading EU, GU, EG, GJ, UJ, and gold. So yeah, that's it for the first video. In the next video, I'm gonna explain how I determine the order flow, which is the most important concept of the strategy. So identifying when we are bullish, bearish, and of course neutral. Because we don't always have a bias. We can be neutral where we don't take any trades. We won't be looking for any setups. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one.